Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars Race Night number 2 live from the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Sunday evening. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. We're live on the Dirt Slingers Facebook page, and we're also live on Ultimate Dirt TV YouTube channel as well. So if you want to watch it in 1080p, you can head over to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you want to watch it on Facebook, just head over to facebook.com and look up Dirt Slingers Racing League. We're live on 2 pages here tonight. We got a lot of heat racing to come tonight. We got about 20 odd drivers that have signed into the pits here for night number 2 of the Dirt Slingers All-Star Race. Night number 1 was last night, and it was a pretty good show. I can tell you that's for sure. But we get set for racing here. Plenty of racing to come. We got 6 heat races here tonight. We'll also have a trophy dash as well. And then we'll have a couple of B mains, and I'll explain how the B main situation works. And then we'll have the feature event later on. So it's drivers just having getting a bit of drivers briefing in at the moment. So race control just giving them, telling them what's up and how they expect things to go tonight. So the first heat races will be random draw, and then their second heat races will be reverse grid from their first heat race. So theoretically, each driver will sort of have a start towards the front and a start towards the back. And then the averaging finishing position, we take the top 6 highest finishers, and then we put them into a trophy dash. From there, from 7th on back, they have 2 B mains. They'll split the field into 2. Now what they do is the finishing order from B main 1, that line up the inside row from row 4 on back. And B main 2, well, that'll be on the outside row from row 4 on back, excuse me. So we got a lot of laps around the Knoxville Raceway to come here. We're just waiting on the grids to get drawn up as we speak, so stick around. We won't be too far away from getting into the heat racing action. So yeah, as I said, we've got about 20 drivers in attendance here for the second night of the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars Race, night number 1, covered by Rudy from Max Speed TV last night, so you can go watch the action from night 1 if you wish. But night number 2, the all-important night right now. I believe Tim Smith picked up the win last night. Or Anthony, it might have been Anthony Lopresto actually. One of the drivers from the UWU Motorsports camp. Speaking of that team, there's quite a few drivers here. You got Lopresto here tonight, Chris Brenner, having a look through the field, Tim Smith, Michael Sheridan. So 4 drivers from the UWU Motorsports camp, and hey, 1 in the booth. Just telling race control we are ready, so it looks like we're going Heat racing action? Yes, let's roll on indeed. The Knoxville Raceway hosts night number 2. Check out Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the follow button, and well, we know you're watching here on the Dirt Slingers Racing League Facebook page also. Make sure you hit that like button. Show us some thumbs up in the chat as well to show your support here for these guys. Once again, just a reminder, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. And here we go, I can hear cars. The rumble of the cars. It is almost showtime, ladies and gentlemen. The first batch of cars to come out onto the racetrack. Looks like we got the 41 of Jeff Peterson, who will start on pole. The 36 of Nathan Davis, looking like he will start out at position number 3. Derek Walker, car number 20. So Peterson and Walker, the front row. The triple 1 of Lyle Johnson, starting out of position 3. Tim Smith out of position number 4. Out of 5 is going to be the 28 of Zach Rounds. And the 36 of Nathan Davis. We got Zach Rounds. Oh, we got the 18 of Stephen Calavoda. Here we go, heat number 1. About to roll off. Green flag is out and we are racing here in the All-Star race. Night number 2. Who will get the job done? Hit 1, Walker to the outside of Peterson out of turn number 2. Walker leads out of the back straight away, shuts the door on Peterson right now. Got a fresh racetrack at the moment. Look at the 36 of Nathan Davis, started position number 6, sorry. And he's up into 4th right now. Smith on the inside of Peterson now. He picks up 2nd. Here is Davis and Peterson side by side down into turn number 3 and 1 and 2, sorry. Davis completes the slider. Peterson back to 4th. Race leader Derek Walker. Got the 38 of Tim Smith in behind him right now by a couple of car lengths. Smith just a little bit out of shape down the front straight over there. Couldn't keep the car and couldn't keep the momentum up, so he loses a little bit of ground to the 20 of Derek Walker. Walker continuing to lead the opening exchanges right now. He's turned the fastest lap of the race now. The ticker up top. It'll show the driver that this is virtually from the fastest times in the heat races. You watch him coming out of turn number 2. Just that awesome shot of the race cars. Walker. He's got a good 3 car lengths over Tim Smith. You go back to Nathan Davis in 3rd. Peterson in 4th. And Zach Rounds in that 5th spot in the Elite 7 chassis. Or Elite 7 racing entry. Beautifully painted machine. On screen is Jeff Peterson. Smith starting to close the gap on Walker in the last couple of laps here of heat race number 1. Walker looks like he's going to hang on in the Raven graphics. Number 26 out of turn number 4. And we should be on 1 lap to go. Walker continuing to lead, and he will come out of turn number 4. And looks like he might pick up the checkered flag. Tim Smith rolls out of the gas, and so does Derek Walker. So well done to the 20 machine of Derek Walker, picking up the win in heat race number 1. So now just waiting on. Wait for these drivers just to finish up hitting each other. Tim Smith comes home in 2nd. 3rd was going to be Nathan Davis. I apologise, I didn't get the rest of the order down. Oh, Nightbot. So heat 1 in the books. Derek Walker will get the job done. In fact, we'll leave the interviews till later. As we get heat number 2 rolling out onto the racetrack. Alright, so starting on pole in the 005, Braden Isla. In car number 90, Trevor Royer starts out of position number 2. The 45 of Doyle Lawrence will start out of position number 3. Out of position 4 will be the 84 of Chris Brenner. Out of position 5 in car number 9, Terry Rennett. In car 77, Mark Pinsky will start out of position number 6. And starting out of position 7, the very own Roger Wagner. So out of turn number 2, they roll. They will get the green flag this time by. As we are getting set for heat race number 2, Isla, Royer, Lawrence, Brenner, Rennert, Pinsky, and Wagner. 10 laps on the board. Heat race number 2, and we are green. Isla gets a good start on the rest of the field. 2 by 2 in the back, leading from about 3rd and 4th on backwards. Rennert, a little bit out of shape, out of turn number 2, but the opening lap is complete. Braden Isla, your race leader. Royer in 2nd. 3rd is Brenner. A little bit of contact here between Rennert and Wagner. As Pinsky now on the inside of Doyle Lawrence. 2 laps down, 8 to run here in heat race number 2. Brenner all over the rear crash bar of the 90 of Trevor Royer, Terry Rennett in the 90s at the back, battling with Roger Wagner. So battle heating up for 2nd place right now. Braden Nyla continuing to lead the field. Trevor Royer just solid in second right now. Holding off Chris Brenner for third. It's all about trying to finish your heat race positions towards the front. Hopefully get in the trophy dash halfway home here in heat race number 2. Isla continuing to lead, and here comes Royer. He's closing the gap. We closed the gap in turn 3. He was a little bit loose in the center of that corner. What can Brenner make of the situation right now? He looks to the inside, looks to the outside. He's trying to go anywhere possible where Trevor Royer is. We might have 2 to run. Brenner now dives it down low, left front. Got on top of the curb. Royer using momentum on the top side of the racetrack, or through the middle I should say. There's not a top just yet, but we will see the top coming later on for sure. Braden Isla into turns 3 and 4. I think this could be the checkered flag out right now. Brenner trying something different, going through the middle. Trevor Royer. Possibly white flag out right now. And here comes Brenner to the inside. He sized him up. No, Royer still going to hang on. Braden Isla getting the job done in heat race number 2. He was slow up, and that number 005 machine, man, he got that working. Royer comes home in second. Third will be Chris Brenner. Fourth will be Mark Pinsky, Doyle Lawrence, and Terry Rennett. Now, Roger Wagner, not sure whether he got 5th or 6th in that one. Jeremy, yes, this is a game. You can check out iRacing.com. So it's a game PC only. Cost you a little monthly subscription. You're going to buy the cars. You buy the sprint cars. You get 3 class. You get a 305, 360, and a 410. You're going to buy the tracks individually, and it's only a one-off payment for the cars and the tracks once you buy them. They're in your account. You also buy the late models. Once again, you get 3. You get a limited late model, a pro late model, and a super late model. It's kind of like the sprint cars, you know, with the 3 divisions. You can also buy the dirt midgets. They're out as well. And the UMP modifiers. I think we got 8 tracks. We got Eldora, Volusia, Williams Grove. Those are the 3 tracks you can buy. USA you get for free. Lanier you get for free. Limaland and Knoxville. You're going to buy about 6 tracks. You don't have to buy all of them. You can just buy whatever you like. But heat race. Oh, that's a nice looking, nice new colour on that 10 machine of Anthony Lepresto. So we'll keep an eye on that one. A couple of old half factor races in this one. Here we go, heat race number 3. Starting on the pole will be car number 12 of Mike Sheridan. To the outside of the front row, car number 56, David Flick. Starting out of position number 3 in the 53, it is Bob Ramundo. Starting out of position 4 is 024 of Ryan Martin. At a position 5, the 00 of Scott Masick. At a position 6, the 4 of Chase Cabray. And riding shotgun at the back. In car number 10 tonight, well, he runs a 257, but he's in car number 10. It is Anthony Lepresto. So we are set for the final heat of the first round of heats. We've got another round of heats to come, so we've still got, including this one, another 4 heats to come. Sheridan and Flick, your front row. Michael Sheridan gets us underway here in heat race number 3. Oh, there's contact. I believe that's the 00. Scott Massacre around in turns 1 and 2. Bob Ramundo, David Flick, Martin Cabray. They're involved in it. Well, we are still green for the time being, and Sheridan, he has just walked away with this one. David Flick in second. Bob Ramundo followed by Anthony Presto. From that 7th starting spot, he made his way up into position number 4. We're watching David Flick on screen at the moment. That's the driver in 2nd place right now. Around the big half mile of the Knoxville Raceway, but Michael Sheridan leads, and he's got probably 3/4 of a straightaway advantage over David Flick out of turn number 4. We complete lap number 4 in heat race number 3. You'll see the a black line starting to develop on the bottom side of the racetrack. You see that slick line start to move up the racetrack, and well, when that moves up, so does the racing line on the top of the racetrack. Then we might see a cushion start to develop around probably our dash or even one of our B mains. And it could just be a fantastic feature race, that's for sure. Sheridan leads lap number 6. Battle coming on for 3rd and 4th right now. Lepresto to the inside of Ramundo. These two guys, well, you go back to the R Factor days. They've had some great battles on R Factor, and now transitioning over to iRacing. 7 down. Sheridan, your race leader. David Flick in 2nd. Ramundo hanging on to 3rd. Ramundo goes upstairs. Lepresto, he puts the slider on, and well, here comes Ramundo looking back to the outside. Now Lepresto, he's going to go through the middle. Ramundo through that slick line in turns 1 and 2. But Lepresto up to position 3. David Flick, he's catching Sheridan here. 9 down here in heat race number 3. I think we're on 10 lap heat races. Into turn 3 and 4 from potentially the last time in the first round of heats. David Flick. There it is, 10 laps complete. And Michael Sheridan gets the job done. Well done, sir. He will take out heat race number 3. Second, we'll go to the 56 of David Flick. Third is going to be Anthony Lepresto. 4th will be Bob Ramundo. Scott Massick recovers back in 5th. Ryan Martin in 6th. And Chase Cabray in 7th. So well done to Michael Sheridan. That concludes the first round of heat races here this evening. You're watching the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars Race night number 2 here at the Knoxville Raceway 360 Sprint Cars. 360 Wing Sprint Cars, I should say. So you just over towards the right of your screen. Yeah, the top right. Well, you did see the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Once again, we want to thank you all for joining us here on this Sunday evening, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. We've got 2 streams up this evening. Obviously, we're live on the Dirt Slingers Racing League Facebook page, so if you're on YouTube, make sure you head over to Facebook and check out Dirt Slingers Racing League on Facebook. Give them a like, give them a follow, as long as also following Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. All of our content goes up, and we're live generally a couple of times a week on our YouTube channel as well. Here we go. Heat number 4. So reverse grid from Heat 1, the starting order. Cars will roll out onto the racetrack, and car number 36, Nathan Davis, will start at a pole position. No, it looks like it's in the start position to the 18 of Stephen Calavoda will start on pole. Nathan Davis out of position 2. The 28 of Zach Rounds will start out of position 3. The 38 of Tim Smith will start out of position 4. Out of position 5, the 111 of Lyle Johnson. Out of position number 6, it's the 20 of Derek Walker. And car 41, Jeff Peterson, starts out of position 7. So this is the final heat for these guys on track. It's crucial that you need to finish as high up as you can, because after the 6 heat races, the top 6 highest averaging finishing positions will line up our pole shuffle. Not our pole, sorry, our trophy dash. But we are underway here in heat race number 4. Davis to the outside of Calavoda. Smith got around Rounds, and now Smith looking for second on the outside. Walker up to position number 4. Opening lap in the books, and it belongs to Nathan Davis. Calavoda and Smith side by side. Rounds slides up in front of Walker. Oh, Rounds got into the back of Calavoda. Walker got underneath him. Now Walker looking for third. He gets through the slick in turn 3. And that's going to allow Zach Rounds back to the outside. So a great battle for 4th and 5th right now. Rounds on the outside, Walker on the inside. Walker, well, he's going to lose a little bit of ground here to Zach Rounds. But Nathan Davis out in front in car number 36. Slide jump line in turns 1 and 2. Smith starting to catch up to Davis here in 3 and 4. Calavoda, good job from the 18 driver. 4 laps down. You just see these drivers just to start to run above that slip racing line, and as they do that, they're pushing this cushion towards the top of the racetrack just a little bit more. Halfway home in heat race number 4. I think Davis picked up a 4th in heat 1. Meanwhile, Rounds is literally all over the back of Calavoda. They're going to 1 and 2. Calavoda in the 18 in the green machine. Zach Rounds in the black and white, number 28 on screen just there. Smith looks to the outside, now ducks back down to the low side. Calavoda runs a slide job line. Battle on for the race lead. 3 to run. Smith, slide job on Davis. It's taken him 7 laps to do it. Now here comes Rounds around the outside, but back towards the front. Here comes Nathan Davis. Slide job, no, keeps it in the middle part of the racetrack. Tim Smith, your new race leader. Not without a fight, because, well, Nathan Davis in the 36 is not going to give it up that easy. But Tim Smith right now running away with this one. Keep an eye on Rounds. We should have one to go here in heat race number 4. Smith the leader from Davis. Rounds now going to put the slide job on Nathan Davis. Slide job complete. Crossover. Come back on the inside. Side by side at the line. Wow, that was too close to call. Check and flag is out. What a finish there between Davis and Rounds. We know Tim Smith will get the job done. He gets the win here in heat race number 4. Second is, well, it's going to go to the 28 there of Zach Rounds. Third will be Nathan Davis. Stephen Calavoda 4th. Derek Walker 5th. Then we go back to Lyle Johnson and Jeff Peterson rounds out our field. So what a finish that was between Zach Rounds and Nathan Davis. And Davis, well, he just slipped to the last stages of that heat race. So well done to Tim Smith on getting the job done. Still another 2 heats to go here before we have our trophy dash, our 2B mains, and also our feature event for night number 2 of the Slingers Racing League All-Stars. And cars coming out onto the racetrack, or waiting to come out of pit road right now to start hit race number 5. Car number 31, Roger Wagner, starts on pole. Starting out of position number 2 is the 77 of Mark Pinsky. Out of position 3, the 9 of Terry Rennett. Out of position 4 is the 84 of Chris Brenner. Out of position 5 is the 45 of Doyle Lawrence. Trevor Royer start out of position 6. Braden Eiler will start out of position 7th. In fact, Roger Wagner, who was scheduled to start on pole, is going to the back. So that elevates the inside row up the starting position. So Rennett has the pole, Lawrence 3rd, and Braden Eiler, who won the heat 2, will start out of position 5. Second last heat race of the evening, and then it's business time. Rennett with a good start on Pinsky. Pinsky a little bit slow on that start, but Rennett leads. Look at Royer and Lawrence now side by side out of turn number 2. Royer in the white with the grey wing on top, with silver wing on top. Lawrence in the 45, the white and red machine. Brennan out to the inside of Pinsky. Braden Eiler looking upstairs right now. The winner of heat 2. He's looking to move forward in this heat race. Pinsky with a slider on Brenner. That completes lap 2. Brenner with a slide jump on Pinsky. Pinsky catches the wall. Here comes Trevor Royer looking to the inside. Three down, 7 to run. And your battle is going to be on for the race lead here in the next couple of laps for sure. Look at Royer trying to dive to the inside of Pinsky. And now Braden Eiler looks to the outside. Chris Brenner, he's all over the back of the 9 now. He dives to the inside. Slide jump is complete. Rennett back to the inside. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Rennett now going to look to do the slider of his own, but no. Brenner has the top spot. Pinsky in 3rd. He's got Royer and Braden Eiler right in behind him. Nose to tail for 3rd, 4th and 5th right now. Halfway home here in heat race number 5. Royer now going to dive to the inside. He's going to slide up in front of Pinsky. So a couple of sliders being traded here in the past couple of heat races. Now Pinsky with a slider. Royer thought back of going back down to the inside, but Braden Eiler, he was there. Chris Brenner with 3 to run. I think 3 to run. Oh, Pinsky and Roy, they got a little bit of contact there. And now here comes Braden Nyla in the 005. He's now going to throw a slider on his own. Man, that is a tight squeeze if you ask me. Isla back to 5th. Roy got back around the outside. Right now, we're back up front. Chris Brenner, still your race leader. Second is Terry Rennett in the 9. Pinsky going up top, trying to find a cushion. I think we're on 1 to go right now. Royer and Pinsky still doing battle. Pinsky slides up, but Brenner out of turn number 4. Makes it look easy. The checkered flag is out. So well done to Chris Brenner in car number 84. Getting the job done here in heat race number 5. Second will go to the 9 of Terry Rennett. Mark Pinsky in 3rd. 4th is going to be Trevor Royer. 5th will be Braden Isla. And 6th is going to be Doyle Lawrence. Roger Wagner is 7th on that one. So 5 heat races have been completed here. So the show moving along nicely. So you might be wondering what the overlay is up the top. You see Derek Walker, Tim Smith and Zach Rounds. What that is that is the fastest times through the heat races so far. I can tell you that the fastest lap has been turned by Derek Walker with a 16.769. Tim Smith, he set the second fastest lap in the server so far with a 16.775. So you're looking at about 6 1,000ths of a second. Zach Rounds has set the 3rd fastest time with a 16.804. Here we go, heat race number 6. It looks like the 00 of Scott Masick will start on pole. In fact, it should be John Lopresto actually. There it is, a 10 coming past the 00. So the 10 of John Lopresto will start on pole. The 4 of Chase Cabray will start out of position 2. The 00 of Scott Masick starts out of position 3. The 024 of Ryan Martin starts out of position 4. The 53 of Bob Ramundo starts out of position 5. Out of position 6, it's car 56 of David Flick. And starting position 7th at the back in car number 12, it's Michael Sheridan. So our final heat race of the night, and after this one we'll take a little commercial break as we get set for the final heat of the night. Lopresto, a slow start, but we are green and we are on the way. Oh no, Massey got into the side of Ryan Martin. David Flick around. Both drivers keep it going, but we are going to have a restart. In fact, let's have a look at the instant replay of that one. So what's the 00 on the inside in the white and red machine? Well, he comes up the racetrack and kind of gives a bit of a don't argue. To Ryan Martin, so I believe the drivers were they're able to keep it going right now, but Ryan Martin back on pit road. I don't see him coming back out of the pits just yet, so it looks like his heat races are done for. Scott Masick blinking all over the place, and he's going to be relegated a row for that one, but here we go. Lopresto and Cabray should be a good battle. Look at David Flick around the outside. of Bob Ramundo. Keep an eye on Sheridan as well. He took out heat race number 3, but flicked to the outside of Ramundo to complete the opening lap. Ramundo fighting back on the inside. Sheridan, he's got the best view in the house right now. Sheridan around the outside of Ramundo for 4th. Big bad Bob Ramundo. Oh no! Oh, contact between Ramundo and Sheridan as the caution flag flies. Oh, let's have a look at an instant replay. There it is, the 53 just come up. In fact, we're on board. Yeah, that was just no time to react to that one. And well, the 12 there of Michael Sheridan upside down. So 2 laps complete. In fact, 1 lap complete, 9 to run. So 9 to go. Drivers come past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum and the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower. So the Presto leading the field. Back to the green, or the Doug Clark flag stand, the virtual Doug Clark flag stand it is anyway. So keep an eye on Cabray back there in 2nd. If we can catch the Presto, oh, I have no doubt these guys will go at it. And David Flick back there in 3rd. 4th is Bob Ramundo. And we got Scott Masick working through the field as Scott Masick is in 4th. In fact, Bob Ramundo back in 5th. So I believe 3 down, 7 to go. And you're watching Will Presto out in front. You see the 4 of Chase Cabrera in the Dirt Co Media. Number 4 just starting to close the gap. See the Presto on the entry into turn number 1 and 3. The cushion's starting to build. He gets that right rear up and over the cushion to try and lean on the cushion, but cushion not there quite. Anyway, that's for sure. Flick. And we've got 5 to run. Actually lost count off this one. But Presto, I think, is leading with about 4 to go. Watch him coming out of turn number 2. So Presto in the Presto Racing Colby's iPad Ultimate TV UW Motorsports entry out in front and looking good, not looking nice and solid. At the moment, laps being turned in the low 17-second bracket, 17.206, in fact 17.179. For the Presto Cabrera with a 17.298. Watch it go down the back straight away. Into turn 3 and 4. So spread out here in heat race number 6, the final heat race of the night. We could be on 1 to green. And the white flag might be out right now. As I said, I apologise. I normally keep a track of the lap counter while we're racing, but kind of lost track of that one in the Presto. We'll check up, and there we go. So I was right. John Lepresto getting the job done in heat race number 6. Second will go to the 4 of Chase Cabrera. Third with the 56 of David Flick, Scott Masick in 4th. And Bob Ramundo rounds out that field with a couple of DNFs to Sheridan and Martin. And there we go. That is all 6 heat races completed. As we are going to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're live on YouTube. We're live on the Dirt Slingers Racing League Facebook page. So make sure you give them a like on Facebook. Make sure you give us a like on Ultimate Dirt TV as well. We're on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Show a bit of support to the channel that's bringing you the best coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars Race Night number 2 live on Ultimate Dirt TV. And we take a quick break. We're going to leave the track up on the screen. We can't play music just because of copyright stuff, so we don't want the video to get deleted, but we'll take a quick break, so stick around. Up next will be the Trophy Dash. Not wasting no time, getting right back after it. Tonight's Trophy Dash, and well, let me say, it is filled with UW Motorsports drivers. Starting on the pole in car number 84, it will be Chris Brenner. To his outside, his teammate in car 38, Tim Smith. Teammate to those guys in car number 10, Anthony Lopresto, will start at a position number 3. At a position 4 will be Derek Walker. At a position 5, Braden Eiler. And at a position number 6, it is the 56 of David Flick. So this is tonight's Trophy Dash. How they finish this one is how they will line up the main event for the first 3 rows. Then we get set into the 2 B mains. B main 1 will line up the inside row from position 4 on back. So basically, if you finish first in B main 1, you start 7th. If you finish second, you'll start 9th. If you finish third, you'll start 11th, and so on until they get the rest of the field on the inside. B main 2, if you win that one, you'll start out of position 8. You come second, you start 10, and so on. Trophy Dash underway. However they finish this, once again, is how they will start the main event for later on. I'll walk around to the back of Smith. He's all over the joint right now. Lopresto slider on his teammate Tim Smith. Side by side, they come out of turn 2. Down into 1 and 2 they go. Lopresto going to put a slider of his own. Walker almost staying the back of the 38 again. Coming out of turn number 2. Walker goes to the low side of the racetrack right now. And Chris Brenner, he is just gone right now. He's put about 6 or 7 car lengths between him and Lopresto, but Lopresto is going to fight back to the inside. And Lopresto trying to make it work on the bottom side of the racetrack. So looking at times right now, as we complete 3 laps of our Trophy Dash, Lopresto starting to reel in your race leader. Although that last time by, Chris Brenner, he was a couple of tenths quicker than Lopresto. Looking at times, and well, no, there's Anthony Lepresto. He's 2/10 quicker as Tim Smith almost got into the back of Lepresto into 3 and 4. So a slide job line from Lepresto seems to be working for that number 10 machine. No doubt Brenner is watching this one. Slide job from Walker on Smith, and it is complete. Smith going to return the favour. There's contact, but there was only the minimal contact, and doesn't unsettle any of the drivers. 6 down, 4 to run here in the Trophy Dash. Lepresto opting not to go to the slide job line over the past lap or two, and he's trying to reel in Chris Brenner right now as they go into 1 and 2. Slide job for the race lead, and Brenner back around the outside. Great racing up front between these two right now. The respect shown. Lepresto with a slider on Brenner. They come out of turn 4. Brenner has the lead at the moment. We should be on 1 to go. Brenner out of turn 2. He has the lead. Will he go down low? No, he doesn't. Lepresto. He just falls in behind him right now into turn number 3 and 4. The checkered flag should be out right now. If not, it's 1 to green and a slider from Lepresto. Brenner trying to get back around the outside. Lepresto going to go the slide job line. He's going to, well, I wouldn't say block, but he's going to protect that line. And Anthony Lepresto getting the job done in the Trophy Dash. What a race between Brenner and Lepresto. What a drive from the 10 machine. He reeled in Chris Brenner. But Anthony Lepresto getting the win, and he will start on the pole for the main event later on this evening. Second will go to Chris Brenner. Third is Derek Walker. Fourth was Tim Smith, David Flick. Fifth, and Braden Nyler in 6. So well done to Anthony Lepresto, who will start on pole position for tonight's main event. Big main lineups are getting sorted as we speak, so stick around. Get yourself a drink, get something to eat. In fact, it's almost, what, 9 p.m. Eastern, so 8 p.m. Central. And on the West Coast, I think you're looking at around, somewhere around 4-ish, 6-ish, somewhere around there. Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. Yep, go grab yourself a snack, grab something to drink, go to the toilet, be very quick because be main number 1 about to roll out onto the racetrack. So big main number 1 rolling out onto the racetrack right now. As I said, and I'll explain it again, if you finish first, you will start out of position at 7. This will line up the inside row of the starting grid from row 4 on back. So if you win, you start inside row number 4. You come second, you start inside row number 5. You finish third, You start inside row number 6, you keep going on back, and that will set the whole inside. So essentially, one position is one row. And let me tell you don't want to be finishing about 8th or so. Nathan Davis, Michael Sheridan, Mark Pinsky, Stephen Calavoda, Jeff Peterson, Chase Cabray, Lyle Johnson, and Scott Masick, I believe, in the 00. We are green here in B main number 1. 15 laps on the board. Drivers get through 1 and 2. Okay, Pinsky looks to the inside of Calavoda. Calavoda shuts the door out of turn number 4. So 15 laps on the board. Look at Cabray all over the racetrack trying to find a way through this field. Davis, your race leader in car 36. Sheridan in 2nd. Calavoda 3rd. Cabray 4th, and Pinsky rounds out the top 5. You're back to Peterson, Masick, and then Lyle Johnson. 3 laps down in the B main number 1. Pinsky now trying to go to the inside of Cabray, but Cabray having none of it. He keeps the foot in the bucket and drives back around the outside. Calavoda all over the back of Sheridan right now, but he can't seem to make the pass on Sheridan. They're both on the top side. In fact, Sheridan is going to run the slide job line in turns 1 and 2, and here comes Calavoda around the outside of Sheridan. Sheridan going to fight back, and here comes Cabray. Cabray looking for 3rd out of turn number 4. 6 down and 9 to run here in B main number 1. Cabray up to position number 3. Well, roughly halfway home. 7 down, 8 to go. And it's amazing that we have not seen a caution here in the B main. And let me tell you, it's fantastic because you get to see some great racing, to say the least. There we go, past halfway stage in B main number 1. Right now, Nathan Davis out in front in car number 36. Stephen Calavoda in 2nd. 3rd is the 4 of Cabray. You're back to Sheridan and Pinsky. They're your top 5. They've checked out from the rest of the field. Pinsky and Sheridan. Pinsky drives up into Sheridan. He cleared him. Sheridan could have got on the brakes there, but well, you don't want to get on the brakes too much. 10 down, 5 to run here in the first B main. Nathan Davis out in front still by about 2 or 3 car lengths over Stephen Calavoda. In fact, make that about 2 car lengths. So looking like Davis will start on the inside of row number 4. Row 5 should be Calavoda, unless Cabray can get him. So even if you finish 3rd, you're looking at an 11 starting position. So in this race, it does have its significance about it. Cabray to the inside almost on Calavoda. I believe we've got 2 to run here in the B main number 1. B main number 2 coming up after this one, and Cabray going to still look to the inside, but here is Calavoda. The white flag should be displayed right now. Nathan Davis runs the slider line in turns 1 and 2, and that about all but seals the deal for Nathan Davis. And as I say that, Calavoda, he's got one last chance out of turn number 4. No! This race goes flag to flag. Well done, drivers. 15 laps on the board and not a single yellow in B main number 1. Now that's what I call some good racing. Nathan Davis gets the win. Second, Stephen Calavoda. Third, Chase Cabray. Fourth, Pinsky. Fifth, Michael Sheridan. Sixth, Jeff Peterson. Seventh, Scott Masick. And eighth is Lyle Johnson. So that is B main number 1. I believe we had all cars finish that started. So well done, drivers. Take a bow, take your helmets off, and get ready, because their next race is going to be the main event. But before we get there, we've still got one more B main to come. Now this will set the outside row from 4th on back. So once again, if you finish first, you start on the outside of row 4. You finish second, you start on the outside of row 5. You finish third, you start outside of row 6, and so on all the way back until we get our 20 or 21 drivers. It's been a tough night for the 024 of Ryan Martin. Hasn't had the luck that he needs. So here we go, B main number 2. And it looks to line up this way. It looks like the 90 of Trevor Royer will start out of pole position. At a position number 2, it's going to be the 28 of Zach Rounds. At a position 3, car number 53 of Bob Ramundo. At a position 4, the 9 of Terry Renaud. At a position 5, the 024 of Ryan Martin. In fact, Martin will start out of position 6. The 45 of Doyle Lawrence will start out of position 5. And riding shotgun at the back in car number 31. Race controls, Roger Wagner. 15 laps on the board. Once again, B main number 2. Let's see if we can't get another 15 laps in the books. And let's hope this trend continues all throughout the feature. Yes, we know everyone wants to win, but man, I'd love to see an all-star race night number 2 feature race go flag to flag. Trevor Royer leads us to turns number 1 and 2. Zach Rounds up top. B main number 2 is green. Ryan Martin in the 024 on the inside of Bob Ramundo. The positions 4 on the racetrack. There's a few battles on screen and on track at the moment. The battle on for the race lead. Zach Round, that Elite 7 Racing number 28 machine. He's looking to get around the number 90 of Trevor Royer. Royer makes his way through turns 3 and 4. We've completed 3 laps, and here comes Zach Round. Zach Round to the inside. Slide jump for the race lead. Mission complete. Royer now. Well, he says anything you can do, I can do a little bit better and bigger. Slider complete, but Rounds back past him as they complete lap number 4. Terry Renaud in the 9, in 3rd, Bob Ramundo 4th, Ryan Martin 5th. We go back to Doyle Lawrence and Roger Wagner. 1/3 of the race distance here in B main number 2 complete. 5 down, 10 to run. Zach Rounds in the 28 continues to lead the field. Looks like if we can keep this up, he will start on the outside of row number 4. As I said earlier on, one position is essentially one row. One row deeper, that is, anyway. 7 complete for Zach Rounds. Royer Well, he's about a car length away. He's almost getting a draft. Thinking that this might be NASCAR. No, there's no drafts in sprint car racing. Past the halfway stage here in B main number 2. So it's amazing that we've seen at the moment 23 laps go flag to flag here in the B mains tonight. B main 1 and 2. 9 down. I get the sense of feeling that Royer, he's got something closing in on Zach Rounds. It's just that mid part of the track on the back stretch. You know, it just looks like he's just losing. Like he's got too much of a wing angle. 10 down, 5 to go. Zach Rounds, your race leader. And the turns 3 and 4. With 4 to run. It's still Rounds from Royer, and that's pretty much been the battle. All B main, it's just those two drivers. As they are just literally walking the dog on this race. They are just out in front, different zip code, that's for sure. Trevor Royer, he just got a whole straightaway. Now Royer's in second. He's got a whole straightaway over Terry Renner. Then you go back to Bob Ramundo, Ryan Martin, Doyle Lawrence, and Roger Wagner. Excuse me, 2 to go. Royer, here we go. It's about there that Royer just loses a little bit of speed. He might have too tall of a gearing in, but there's just something not right on that 90 machine. But that doesn't stop him from throwing the slide job in turns 1 and 2 on the final lap. Side by side down the back straight away. Rounds on the inside, Rounds slide job for the race lead. He takes it back out of turn number 4. Oh my, what a race! I think Trevor Royer gets the job done in B main number 2. And how about that one? B main number 2 goes flag to flag as well. Royer gets the job done. He waited and waited and waited. Talk about having patience, because he waited until the last lap to throw a slider on. He gets the win. Trevor Royer, Zach Rounds in second, Terry Renner in third, Bob Ramundo, Doyle Lawrence, Ryan Martin, and then Roger Wagner. So well done to Trevor Royer. So B main number 2 is complete. We have one race left, and it happens to be the race that counts. The main event is scheduled to start in a few moments' time. We're going to give these drivers just a bit of a breather, and then we will get set into tonight's feature event. I'll explain what will happen. There will be a certain number of laps on the ticker. We take 5 laps off. Now what we do is we manually set the grid. In order to do that, they must go around behind the pace truck twice. When they get the initial green flag, that is not the green flag to start the race. Once that green flag has been thrown, but race control and the drivers, they have 5 laps to get sorted. What they will do is they will then get the drivers that finished in the trophy dash order. They will get them to come through the field. Basically, when the lineup is set as the drivers are rolling around. Now, this is all done through race control. Race control will be letting the drivers know where they are meant to start. Once the drivers are in their correct positions, it generally should take them a lap or 2. We then throw those drivers into a 4-wide salute. Once the drivers, they'll roll around for about a lap or a lap and a half in 4-wide formation. They will then break formation. Once they break formation, we go around one more time, or 2 times, just depending on how many laps have been added extra in. which I believe it could be 6 laps added in just so they can have 2 laps to get the field set, a lap and a half or a lap to have that 4 wide salute, and then 2 laps after that one. So we'll know how many laps they will have, and once again I'll let you guys know how many laps they have to get that going. But the field is set for tonight's feature event. We are just waiting on race control. Who will take out the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars Race, night number 2? Is it going to be Tim Smith, Anthony Lopresto, Chris Brenner, Derek Walker's another name you could throw into the mix as well? Has Sheridan got anything for him? Can Nathan Davis come through the field? What about Chase Cabray? Oh, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can let us know in the comments who you're cheering for. So we'll take our final break of the evening, and you can see the little checkered flag being thrown. What that is doing is that is advancing the session. So, in fact, no break for the time being. And then it flicks over to race. So it is going to be a 40 lap main event. You'll see on the top of your screen, it'll say lap -1, 46 to go. So these drivers have 5 laps to come through the field, set the grid, go a 4 wide salute, and then on the 5th lap, they will then get the green flag. But I'll let you exactly know when we're going to run this one. So in fact, I think we got 22, I think 21 or 22 starters here for the main event. And also to explain, because everything was run in practice, yellow laps had not counted throughout the heat races or the B mains. With now this being controlled by iRacing, caution laps count, unfortunately. Let's hope we don't need them. Let's hope we can get 40 laps in the books. I mean, we've just seen 2 B mains go 15 laps flag to flag. Yes, there wasn't 20 odd cars in there, but still, that doesn't stop the drivers from putting on a show here in the main event. It is the All-Stars race, night number 2. Fireworks go off to start here at the Knoxville Raceway. Let me try and have a look. That's not what I want. I want the chopper view. Try and get the blimp view just to get some of the fireworks going. Right, there you go, that's a good shot of the fireworks there. Just an Knoxville Raceway, just setting off a few little fireworks. So once again, let us know who you're cheering for in the comment section. Who do you think will take out night number 2 of the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars race? And let me tell you, talk about All-Stars, because there's quite a few heavy hitters in this field, to say the least. Pace car in, we are not going green. We are not going green. This is where the drivers have 5 laps to get their stuff sorted out. So you'll see, once the guys come past the start-finish line, you'll see the guys from the back make their way through towards the front. Now that is the guys from the Trophy Dash. So you see the likes of Chris Brenner, Anthony Lopresto come through the field. There we go. Here's our first couple of starters. Anthony Lopresto starts on pole. At a position number 2, the 84 of Chris Brenner. At a position 3, the 20, Derek Walker. Tim Smith, just making it 3 wide. Just a couple of UW guys. Tim Smith will start out of position 4. Out of position 5 is going to be David Flick, Braden Isla out of 6. Nathan Davis, Trevor Royer, Stephen Calavoda, Zach Rounds, Chase Cabray, Terry Renard, Mark Pinsky. Then you're back to Scott Masick, Michael Sheridan, Ryan Martin, Rob Ramundo, Jeff Peterson, Roger Wagner, Doyle Lawrence, and Lyle Johnson. So here we go. It is time. The first 5 rows, the first 5 on the inside will split to the inside. The first 5 rows on the outside will split to the outside. Positions, well, row 6 on back will come through the field, and they will make their way into a 4 wide salute. So I'm just waiting on the guys in row 6 to make their way forward. So essentially these guys have got 2.5 laps before we go green. There we go. Better late than never, we can say. Well, Knoxville Raceway, the virtual Knoxville Raceway. It is time for the greatest show in all of motorsports history. It is a 4 wide salute. The drivers thanking the fans for coming out and watching night number 2 of the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars Race. The drivers are 4 wide. The greatest sight in all of motorsports. Drivers will now break formation. They go around one more time, I believe. In fact, they might even be going this time by. We could be on for a start right now. We get set to go green, and we are green here at the Knoxville Raceway. All-Stars Race, night number 2 is green. Green, yellow lap. Yellow laps will count into the feature event total laps right now. Drivers just trying to sort their way out, trying to find a groove right now. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide almost. Rounds, Royer, Davis, and David Flick as well. 3 wide again as they come out of turn number 2. This is a great battle going on for about 6th or 7th on the racetrack, and they are still 3 wide. Wow, for a couple of laps, these drivers have gone 3 wide. Zach Rounds through the middle. He's in the middle of Davis and David Flick. Walker puts the move on. Braden Isla. Up top, that's Nathan Davis. He might have found a cushion early on. Gets the wall. Roy a little bit out of shape going into turn 1 and 2. And here comes Cabray. A slide job on Zach Rounds and Davis. Rounds back to the inside. Rounds going to put a slider on Cabray. Cabray, he goes up top over the cushion and drives around the outside. The night of Terry Renard slowing on the infield. Oh, Chris Brazier, race leader. We missed the pass on Lopresto and Tim Smith. Top 3 are UW Motorsports drivers right now. Smith all over the back of Lopresto into turns 1 and 2. You can see 35 to run. So essentially we've completed 5 laps here in the main event. The kitchen is busy right now. Drivers are still 2 wide. and almost still going 3 wide. Rounds Cabray and Davis. Davis slides up in front of Cabray. No, Cabray drives back around the outside. Royer running the low side, probably one of the only cars to get the wheels down to the moisture on the low side. Walker now with a slide job on, that's Braden Isla. That's for 4th and 5th. Royer. Davis, what a slider from Davis there on Rounds. Man, Rounds, Davis and Cabray, these 3 guys right now, they are putting on a show for the fans right now. 3 wide almost out of turn number 2. Down the back straight away, Rounds on the low side. There's a cushion starting to develop. Royer on the inside right now. He's making it work on the bottom side. Oh, Davis caught over the cushion, caught the wall on the outside. Thankfully, Cabray was able to get underneath him, and there was no one close enough behind that. Well, we stayed green. Walker, Royer, and Isla for 4th, 5th, and 6th now. 3-car battle. Great racing here at the Knoxville Raceway. This is why it is an all-star race. It is filled with talent from top to bottom. Isla looks to the outside. Oh, we got a car upside down. Oh, it's Cabray. Oh, no, you hate to see it. But Cabray goes for a ride, and the yellow is out for the first time. Let's have a look at what happened here. Oh, look. Now, we're going to get another replay of this one. So keep an eye on the 4-car. This is the car on screen, the Dirt Co Media. Number 4. Oh, jump the... Oh, wow, that... Have a look. Now, let's go back at this. I want to watch this in slow motion. So this is a replay here. Watch... Okay, jumps the cushion. It catches. His wheels have not hit the ground until there. I mean, that's probably a good 100 yards or so. Man, that was tough. It just literally, he jumps the cushion, and the cushion had so much bite. The right front actually caught the grip. You see him jump the cushion there. His right front catches it, and well, he just goes for a big toe. I mean, Zach Rounds had nowhere to go, and man, you just see that car flipping and flipping and flipping. He gets collected. Once again, a replay on screen and watching it in normal motion. Wow, that's a scary ride for Chase Cabray. Thankfully, it's a virtual car, and he is A-OK. Chris Brenner, your race leader. Lights are out on the post track. We're getting set to go back to green. 25 laps to go, so we got 15 laps in the books. So these drivers can put on green flag. Another great showing of green flag laps. Lepresto immediately dives to the inside and throws a slider on for the race lead. Oh, Zach Rounds, I believe that is almost going into the wall. Lepresto slide job. Here we go. 3 wide. Smith on the bottom. Brenner had to come back through the middle, and Lepresto was up top. This is what you want to see. Smith with a slider on the Presto for second right now. Brenner just clears out from his 2 teammates right now. But Lepresto with a slider on Tim Smith. Tim Smith gets out of the gas. We've got a car in the wall. I believe that's Davis in the 36. Smith with a slider on the Presto. Braden Nolan and Derek Walker not too far away. Yellow flag is out. Let's have a look. We got, the 31 of Roger Wagner. Yeah, just exactly what happened with Chase Cabray. That is a dead set, a mirror image of what happened right there. So you're watching a replay on screen. Wagner comes up, jumps the cushion, gets the wall, and he goes for a monster. Not as big as what Cabret did, but enough damage for that 31 to be done for this evening. So he will take a pit road entry. Lights are still on the pace truck. We're going to go green with 19 to go. The drivers are on 2 to green. And Matt asking chat, how does the damage work in game? Like flips. Basically, if there's any damage, which if you flip, you're more likely going to have damage. 9 out of 10 times you'll get a meatball flag, which obviously means you're going to come back into pit road to get the damage fixed. Otherwise, they'll just black flag you after 5 laps. So, second caution of the main event tonight. We are getting set to go back to green flag racing. Pace truck will pull to the infield. And we'll see if Brenner, Lepresto, and Smith can put on a show like they did.
Green flag, green flag.
There we go, green flag is back out. Oh, Trevor Royer! To the inside. And we're still green, so he's out of harm's way. Lepresto is looking for a slide jump for the race lead. Brenner jumped the cushion. He had to drive back down the racetrack. Side by side, give the spot to Brenner. Here comes Lepresto back at it. Braden Isler jumps the cushion. Isler and Walker side by side for 4th and 5th. Smith now almost catching up to Lepresto using the low side of the racetrack. Lepresto goes low, in fact slide job, no, in fact keeps it through the middle out of turn number 2. Smith has got a run on Lepresto. Smith on the bottom side. He's got that bottom working right now and he's picked up 2nd. So the bottom has still got a bit of juice left in it in turns 3 and 4. I think top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4 is definitely the way to go. And that's exactly where Smith is going right now. To the bottom of turn 3 and 4. Trying to keep the right rear in the moisture. The shortest way around the racetrack right now. Smith. Slide job line in turns 1 and 2. 15 to run here in the main event. So 25 laps complete. Here in the All-Stars race, night number 2. Slider line from Tim Smith. Lepresto falling back a little bit now in 3rd. Derek Walker in 4th. 5th is Zach Rounds. Then you go back to David Flick, Stephen Calavoda, and Michael Sheridan battling it out. For your top 8, Scott Massick and Ryan Martin in 10th position. So Martin, he hasn't had a lot of luck tonight, but finds himself running inside of a top 10. I just feel that Smith, if he can catch a run on Brenner, it looks like he's getting closer. 4/10 as they went by the flag stand. So a great race. We've only seen 2 cautions so far. Brenner pulls it out to nearly half a second, so he picked up a 10th. Just in 1 and 2, Smith looks faster. I think it's 3 and 4 the difference. That bottom side is just starting to wear out too fast right now. We have a look, it's now .533, so they go. Oh, Brenner into the wall. He gives up the race lead, and Tim Smith, talk about having a luck of fortune right there. And now what this is going to do, oh, yellow slider from Lepresto as the yellow flag came out. Oh no, Ryan Martin. Oh. Let's have a look. Looks like he just jumps the cushion. Yeah, jumped the cushion. He was lucky not to go over as he came back down. So the 20 or the 024. How lucky is he right there? We've already seen two people do that and literally end upside down. He, fortunately, did not go upside down. But what this does do right now, and you've almost got a feel for Chris Brenner right now, because not only did he give up the race lead, Lepresto put a slider on him. And just as the yellow flag came out, it gives a spot to Anthony Lepresto. Lights are out on the pace truck. 6 laps left to run. Here in the main event, we'll have an interview with our top 3 after the race is complete.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Green flag is back out. 6 to go. Tim Smith dives to the low side. Of course, iTunes, you would do that to me right there. Hopefully we're not doing quick enough. Lepresto to the outside in turns 3 and 4. He's bringing Brenner with him. Oh, Lepresto! Oh, no! You hate to see it right there. Oh, no. Lepresto just jumps the cushion. And this really is unfortunate. Look at this. There it is. Jump the cushion. Brenner had nowhere to go. And Lepresto, he done the hard right hand turn. On board with Lepresto, you see him jump the cushion. And he just tried to get out of harm's way. But the King of the Wing just... So Anthony Lepresto. There it is, just jump the cushion. And he goes upside down. What this does do is, I believe, so with these drivers, we might get a 1-lap shootout here. I dare say we're going to get 1 lap to determine who will pick up the All-Stars race night number 2 victory. The lights are out on the pace truck. The next flag you will see will be the white flag. So the green and white will be displayed at the same time. Essentially half a mile, 4 turns for Tim Smith to pick up victory. Derek Walker in second, Chris Brenner third, Zach Rounds, David Flick, your top 5. Stephen Callaway to Michael Sheridan, Nathan Davis, Scott Masick, Mark Pinsky, your top 10. Pace truck in. Tim Smith jumps on the gas, and here we go. Half a mile to go. Smith slide job line into turn 1 and 2. Brenner trying to get a run on the 20 of Derek Walker. They go down the back straight away into 3 and 4 for the final time. Brenner jumps the cushion out of turn 4. Tim Smith is your winner. He picks up the win in the All-Stars race night number 2. And what a race. A long, long amount of green flag racing. We had 3 cautions of the night. Maybe 4. But the 38, look at him just Doing some donuts in Victory Lane. Well, not even in Victory Lane, he's doing them in the pits. He is a happy camper right now. He is getting the job done, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Smith in car number 38 gets the victory. Let's have a look at our Ultimate Dirt TV finishing positions. Here in just a moment, we watch Tim Smith doing some donuts in the pits. He's just trying to keep it gassed up. He stops, and here we go. Tim Smith comes away with the win in car number 38. He leads 10 laps. He leads the most important one, that is the final one. Derek Walker comes home in second. Chris Brenner in third. Fourth went to Zach Rounds. Fifth was David Flick. Stephen Calavoda was sixth. Seventh was Nathan Davis. Michael Sheridan in eighth. Mark Pinsky in ninth. Trevor Royer in 10th. We go over the page. Anthony Lepresto finishes in 11th. Bob Ramundo in 12th. Ryan Martin in 13th. Braden Eiler in 14th. 15th was Scott Masick. 16th was Doyle Lawrence. Lyle Johnson in 17th. Jeff Peterson 18th. 19th was Roger Wagner. Chase Cabray finishes 20th. Terry Renard in 21st. Lane Osborne and McClellan were all D and S's. So well done to our top three. We will have a chat with them here in just a moment. We're just going to get them in the channels for TeamSpeak. So just give me a few moments. So we'll start with our third place finisher. And that will be Chris Brenner. I'll ring up into the booth.
About that trophy.
And you can talk about that trophy because you missed out, unfortunately. This is a third place here tonight. Chris, congratulations. You had that one, but you kind of threw it away.
Yeah, I was trying to run that cushion. You know, I was up front and I was maintaining that lead, and you know, Tim was down there playing it safe, and I probably should have done the same. Saw what happened. It finally bit me.
And talking about that race here between you and your two teammates, Tim and Anthony, man, you guys certainly put on a show that was must have been fun from inside the cockpit of the race car.
Oh, for sure. You know, we went into this thing saying, you know, there's no teammates tonight. We're going to race hard for this thing, no matter who's battling with us. So, and Anthony gave me some good runs tonight. Lot of traded sliders, and Tim was just lying there in wait. He picked it up.
Well, an overall good night. You come away with a third place, no doubt. I'm sure you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, Ultimate Dirt TV, Brett. Awesome job on the broadcast as always. Roger Wagner, Dirt Slingers, probably one of the best leagues out there, night in, night out. Teammates, UW Motorsports, Colby's Eye Paints, Next Gen Fabrication, UDT. Thanks again, guys.
There we have it. Chris Brenner comes away with third place. Coming home in second place is the 20 of Derek Walker. Derek, congratulations. Kind of just biding your time and you got lucky there in the end, but still, second place, a good result for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with this group of guys that run in this league, they're all incredible, and then to take the best of that group and put them on the track was fun. That's why we had a lot of green flag laps tonight. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy to bring home second place.
Hey, you're sitting about fourth and fifth all night, and then you know it's sometimes it's better to be lucky than fast. And you know tonight you were fast, but also you were lucky, and you know that's what you got to have on your side to get these podium finishes.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what a lot of racing is just being in the right place at the right time and having a lot of luck on your side. And tonight it just happened to be, and we had a decent night going. So I think just putting yourself in the positions to be there at the end is what's important, and that's kind of what I tried to do tonight. I didn't push it too hard because the track was pretty crazy there towards the end. So I figured a lot of people might be getting eaten up by that cushion.
Well done on second place, and what do you think's responsive before you let you get out of here?
Yeah, I want to thank, of course, Roger Wagner for putting this on DSRL and all the admins. They do a great job. You guys up in the booth at UDT, Brett, you guys do an incredible job. I love going back and watching these races afterwards. This will be a fun one to watch for sure. And then a big shout out to my sponsor, Raven Graphics, Doyle Lawrence over there. He's came on board with me. This is the second season with me. And an announcement is he just signed on for me for the next season. So I'm really excited for that. And big thank you to him and my viewers over at the Jalopy Twitch channel. They support me every week.
All right, there we have it. Derek Walker coming home in second place. But coming home with the win in Victory Lane. We are in Victory Lane with the 38 of Tim Smith. Tim, congratulations. Well, you got the job done. You ran the bottom side for the majority of that race, especially late in the race. There was just something down there that you managed to find, especially in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, that I gave up on the cushion about halfway through the race. It was getting really treacherous. I figured if I kept it off that and let Brenner run the top, he'd end up messing up, and it totally worked out for me that time. So, you know, it feels good to finally win something.
Man, you, Brenner, LaPresto, yeah, you're all teammates, but man, you guys put on a heck of a show here tonight. I mean, what was it like from the cockpit? You know, these guys, you know, you're just throwing sliders on each other, just lap after lap.
That was definitely a wild race with my teammates up front there. You know, you run against those guys, you got to push so hard and get every bit out of the car to keep up. So to be able to run that hard with them and throw sliders and everybody comes out the other end all right, it's pretty fun.
Well, you're being at the right place at the right time with, you know, Brenner jumps the cushion, pretty much gives you the race lead, and then you have a caution with about 6 to go, or 5 to go. What goes through your mind when you got a one-lap shootout, knowing that, you know, you've literally got 4 turns just to find victory lane?
Oh, it's definitely nerve-wracking for sure. I did not want to see that caution come out. I knew I had a pretty good sized lead there. You know, you just gotta make sure you get a really good restart and don't spin the tires and you know, keep the car in the grip and the track. Don't try and restart in the middle in the slick. Or you're just gonna blow the tires off and get the lead away. But it all worked out. I got a good restart and was able to bring home the win.
Well, you picked up the win here on the All-Stars race night number 2, no doubt. I'm sure you got some people you want to thank.
All my teammates at UW Motorsports for all the help they give me. They're awesome. Couldn't ask for a better team to be on. Cameron Colby at Colby's Eye Paints for doing all of our team paint jobs for us, and you at Ultimate Dirt TV for coming on as a team sponsor. Pretty cool deal. And Roger and everybody at DSRL for helping us out, giving us a place to race. Appreciate it.
All right, there we have it. Tim Smith comes away with the victory here in the Dirt Slingers Racing League All-Stars race night number 2. What a fantastic show it was from start to finish. We've seen 6 heat races, we've seen a trophy dash, we've seen 2 B mains that went flag to flag. I think we've seen probably no more than maybe 5 cautions throughout the night. So hats off to all the drivers that put on a show. I want to thank everyone for coming out here. It's been a pleasure to bring you night number 2 of the Dirt Slingers All-Star Race. Make sure you like the Dirt Slingers Racing League page on Facebook. Give them a like, show their support if you haven't already. Make sure you head over to Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook as well. Give us a follow. And also check out the YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. It's been a pleasure. Tim Smith gets the job done here in the All-Stars race night number 2. Congratulations to Derek Walker on 2nd and Chris Brenner on 3rd. I want to thank Roger Wagner, Ryan Martin, Jeff Peterson, all the admins here at the Dirt Slingers Racing League for allowing Ultimate Dirt TV to cover the action here. It's been a pleasure, and once again, on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, it's Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night, see you next time.